But this government shutdown, it is going to affect all of us, just in different ways. So if you're on SNAP, guess what? You're not getting your food stamps. If you're a federal worker or military, you ain't getting paid. And if you're someone like me who is neither of these things, prices are going to go up for us. Yay! Hello, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, thank you for stopping by. If you're returning, thank you for coming back. Today we're going to talk about the government shutdown, but not in the way that you think. I'm not going to sit here and bash people on benefits or anything like that, but we're going to break it down into two parts. First, we're going to talk about why the government is shut down, and then we're going to talk about the misconception people are having about benefits being discontinued starting November 1st. And by discontinued, it probably is just temporarily, but even temporarily, that still affects people, right? But before I get into that, if you could subscribe, I would really greatly appreciate it. So when you look at the government, if you don't know why the shutdown's happening, the very, very, very basic way I can put this, because just on time for the video, is the Democrats and Republicans cannot agree on a bill. The Democrats want to include healthcare in there. They want to extend Obamacare benefits, healthcare benefits. They do not want to wait until January 1st to do this, right? The Republicans are coming back and doing literally everything except for what the Democrats are asking for. Quite literally, they are. They were not including healthcare whatsoever in this bill. They actually came back with a bill that included making sure federal workers and military personnel were getting paid. Included nothing that they wanted about healthcare, and the Democrats didn't sign it. So now the Republicans and conservatives are touting that the Democrats don't care about you. They won't sign the bill. That's why it's shut down. It's shut down because the Democrats won't budge. Well, they're not budging because they're not including what the Democrats want in healthcare. Just so you know. A lot of people are celebrating the fact that people that are on SNAP or EBT, food stamps, however you classify it, are not going to be receiving their benefits starting November 1st. Like this guy, Dad Slides. And I picked him because I think a lot of people are celebrating for the same reason that he is. He's got this really annoying smile on his face when he's saying this, like he's making some profound realization. And he's not. He's actually very incorrect. So before I go into why he's wrong, I wanted to preface this before you watch this video. I do have an MBA, so what I'm going to tell you has a business background to it. It is a factual thing. And people that have a business background and an economy degree are going to be able to tell you the same thing that I'm about to tell you right now.
What do you say if $100 billion of money that is guaranteed to go through grocery stores a year is suddenly snatched away? $100 billion snatched away. Don't you think prices are going to drop dramatically because now everybody's going to have to be competitive and not just count on the fact that there's people that have cards that can just go Coca-Cola, chips, fancy meat, steaks, etc., etc. I think pulling $100 billion of guaranteed income from grocery stores and Coca-Colas and chip manufacturers, etc. I think prices are about to get really good, really quick.
I just want to point out that I don't like that he has this annoying smile on his face. Like it's just really annoying. I don't like when people feel like it looks like he's smiling at the fact that prices for him would be going down at the cost of someone else being able to feed their family. And I know some people have their own feelings about that. They want to say, well, if you can't afford to have kids, you shouldn't have had any, but completely negating the fact that a lot of people, when they have kids, they are actually employed, or at least one of the parents are employed, and that job loss is a thing, and that your circumstance can change anywhere between the time you become pregnant with this child and the 18 years that follows. But we're not going to talk about that today. Instead, we're going to talk about why he is incorrect about prices going down, starting with this. A can of Coke, right? Now, this can of Coke that I have in my hand came in a pack of 12. Purchased a couple weeks ago. I can't remember exactly how much it was, but we're going to say for the sake of this video, let's say that this can was $10. This can came in a pack of 12 for $10. This can, in order to produce it, required an employee to bake it, right? It required a facility for it to be made in. Now, facilities have something called overhead costs. Overhead costs are basically, it's essentially like the bills that you pay in your own house, right? Like the electric, it's like heating, air, things like that. That's what That's what overhead cost is. You have to pay the employee to make it, the employee to package it, and the employee to ship it. A lot of these companies, I'm not sure Coke is one of them. I think Coke uses their own trucking company, but there are a lot of companies that do not have their own trucking system. And so sometimes they use either the trucking system from the grocery store or they outsource it from some other trucking company. So now you have to pay that trucking company to get your product to the store. A lot of the times, too, your product is not going directly to the store. Sometimes it goes to a storage unit or a warehouse, not a storage unit, that's wrong. A warehouse where it sits and it waits to be picked up to be put on the shelf. So then you have to pay storage fees. And then once it finally gets there, there are companies that will charge you. And there's more than one, by the way. It's not just one company. It's not even just food retailers. Like a lot of companies do this, like auto parts, everything. They do this. That want to be paid a stocking fee. Now you can stock it yourself, or you can pay them to stock it for you. And then there's the space on the shelf. Where do you want it to go? You can dictate where your stuff goes, but guess what? You are also going to be paying for that if you were a company. And then the company that has the employees selling your product, Target, Meijer, Walmart, places like that, they have to pay their employees. So when you factor in all these people that still need to get paid, accompanied with the idea that this company still has to make a profit. Both companies do. Both Coke has to make a profit and the store that is shipping it to, like Meijer or Walmart, they have to also make a profit because they have to stay in business. To assume that the price is going to go down doesn't really make any sense now, does it? No. And even when you take, and I didn't even include sourcing the ingredients to make this. So maybe Coke doesn't necessarily use farmers. I don't know. But there are a lot of products that do. You have all these organic companies out here. You have all these companies that tout farm fresh, and that they use American farmers only. It's not outsourced for different countries. Guess what? You are paying for that. They have to get paid as well. So prices aren't going to go down because all those people still have to get paid. With the company still making a profit, while the company is still being good standing with taxes and IRS and things like that. So no, your prices will not be going down. If anything, the prices at the store will be going this direction. Not my middle finger, by the way. This direction. They will be going up. They will absolutely be going up. Now, by how much, I couldn't tell you. But what these retailers will do and what these companies will do is they will take the price of your product that you are trying to buy. Like, I bought this without using food stamps, right? Basically, if I was a company looking at me as a consumer, I'm going to look at Elle and be like, Elle is not on food stamps. Elle is not going to be a consumer that I necessarily have to worry about because she comes in and she uses her rewards card, she uses the money that she worked for, and she does not use any stamps or anything like that. So what I'm going to do, because these people can no longer come in because they're not getting their SNAP, I'm going to offset the price and unload it on consumers like Elle. So when she comes back and buys that 12-pack of Coke, instead of being $10, maybe it's $11.50 now. Oh, and don't forget, we're going to change the deal. So maybe they did, like, I don't know, buy two, get one free. Maybe they're going to change it now to buy three, get one free. They might do something like that because they can. And if you're not savvy in math or common sense, like Dad slash, because quite honestly, if you lived through 2020, you should know that what he said is not true. I shouldn't have had to just explain that, but it's just not true. This product is not going to be any cheaper for me. It's not just this. It's any product out there that I'm going to go and buy. Do I need Coke to survive? Absolutely not. I don't have to buy it. But I do need food in general. And that can be vegetables, it can be meats, it can be fruits. I need food to live. Even cheap stuff like cereal ain't cheap, but it goes a long way. You know what I mean? Like, cereal has very little nutritional value. A lot of people that are on SNAP do survive on things like cereal because it's something that doesn't perish anytime soon. It's not necessarily a canned get. It's something quick and easy you can make, and it goes a long way when feeding a lot of people. So when they can no longer afford the thing, they're going to come back to someone like me who can, and I'm just going to have to suck it up and buy it. So trust me, these companies are still going to get their money. It just won't be from people on Snap, but they're going to get it. So while you think that your products prices are going to go down, they're not. They're going to go up. And then people that were on SNAP are also going to not have food. But at the same time, you also have to remember your paycheck's not going to go down, or it's not going to go up either. Your taxes are going to be taken out the same exact way. You're going to pay taxes the same way that you have been doing. And that's just how it's going to be. Trust me, you are not benefiting at all from people on Snap not getting their benefits. You're not. You're just not. And a lot of people want to think that they are, but you're not benefiting from it. I just don't understand how this guy can say something like this and not understand that what he's saying is just completely false. It's not true. It's not true. It's not true. I really hope that brought some clarity to some of you. But this government shutdown, it is going to affect all of us, just in different ways. So if you're on SNAP, guess what? You're not getting your food stamps. If you're a federal worker or military, you ain't getting paid. And if you're someone like me who is neither of these things, prices are going to go up for us. Yay! So if you like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.